Iran's health ministry has updated the death toll as fighting rages on. Israeli strikes on Iran have killed more than 400 people since they began last week. Additionally, Iran has stated that 3,000 people have been wounded by Israeli missiles and drones. Pia, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast to give us more updates about this. Pia, of course, let's talk about the humanitarian fallout as a result of this war as well. Over 200 people killed in Iran at this point in time. What more do we know?
Indeed, Vineet, the death toll has risen significantly, as you've aptly pointed out. More than 200 people are now told to be dead, and this 200 figure is in addition to the 242 figure that Iran had released earlier. So the total death toll in Iran currently stands at 400. And the Iranian health ministry has in fact pointed out that these Israeli strikes have killed 400 civilians, to be specific. They've also stated that 3,056 people have additionally been wounded by Israeli missiles and drones. We've seen, in fact, this war drag out for the last 9 days. Hostilities have significantly increased in the Middle East. The war that was initially, in fact, just confined to, Israel and Gaza, that has now exploded. Iran and Israel are now trading missiles with each other, drones as well. We've seen significant interceptions that have taken place earlier as well. And of course now 400 people are reported to have been killed. 400 civilians are reported to have been killed in Iran. The death toll is rising. Vineet, what's important is amidst all of this, India is making sure that Indian citizens are in fact safe. Operation Sindhu is being carried out, and what's important is that up until now 827 Indians have been evacuated from Iran. Iran, of course, has opened up its airspace in a special gesture to make sure that Indian flights that are operating in the region, I believe Indigo flights are operating, they are able to safely repatriate our citizens, bring back our citizens home.
Pia, I appreciate you joining us. Thank you for that update. Group Captain V.N. Jha, I hope you can hear me now, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So, your assessment of the war as it stands at this point in time, the biggest conjecture or mystery that people are in fact dabbling into right now, and we're going to also do that, is whether the Americans are going to get into this and get their hands dirty.
Well, it's $1 million question. No one can answer at this juncture, at least. Yes, there were some hints by Donald Trump that he may have to go into the war for only one reason, that the storage beneath the Fordo pilot nuclear plant is the one where they are keeping the that is where they are processing that 90% enrichment grade of uranium, and all those 90% plus uranium which is in the stock of Iran is being kept at the same place. So that is the place which has to be either destroyed, either by the weapons or by other means. Other means, I can say that Mossad is operative there, and they may be able to find out another way of maybe through the sabotage, maybe through subversion, something else will go into it. But if we all remember the words by Netanyahu, he had said that this war will continue for many days, maybe many weeks, until and unless they achieve their objective of Rising Lion. And the objective of Rising Lion was one, to finish the nuclear capability of Iran. So right now, as I understand, SNPD headquarters is gone, Tarkuzabad is gone, Fordo top floor of pilot project is gone, Natanz is gone, Kondab is already bombed out, Mubarakia is bombed out, Ardekan in the Bushehr, that is also been bombed out, Anarat has been bombed out. Left over is Lavisan, Shian, Abde and the Persian military complex. Darkovin and Sirik is not yet operational. So these four are left right now, and Israel will continue on to this. The only question is when will it stop? That is the Fordo's 100 meters underneath the level. That is the place which has to be destroyed by other means, whatever means has to be there. That is the only which will ensure that Iran doesn't have the capability. But there's other way around also. Yesterday we have heard there was three European states, UK, France and Germany. They have had a talk with the foreign minister of Iran. And today's we heard his statement that he is ready to consider about the nuclear weapon grade. He said as such we don't have the plan, but we can sit on the table to ensure that yes, we don't get into it. If that happens, then if it can be ensured that all nuclear industrial plants of Iran is within the purview of IAEA, then I think the war can be over, and whatever the war weapon grade uranium is already processed, that could be handed over to some agency, or that could be destroyed. So this is where right now all are standing. But the war has not remained limited only to the nuclear sites. As Iran had retaliated, it was very much expected. So thereafter, Israel is also targeting the other complexes of Iran. That is IRG headquarters. The Quds headquarters has already been bombed. Tabriz, first refinery is already ablaze. Shahran oil depot, that is the biggest oil depot of Iran, that is already ablaze. Phase 14 and phase 15 are gone in the South Pars area. And thereafter, many of the missile manufacturing and storage centers, as well as the launchers, have already been destroyed. Today, yesterday, when we watched some of the ballistic missiles, getting from an apparently desert-looking area, where one door opens and the missile goes and the door closes again with the stand onto it. So those are the sites which has to be knocked out. Remember, Iran has a lot of missile stocks, and they have that Fatah 1 and Fatah 2, which is the hypersonic missile. I think Fatah 1 has already been used a couple of days back, and they intend to use it there. The range is just about appropriate for Israel. And many other missiles earlier used, maybe Shahab, maybe Imad, maybe Hajj, and some other things. Those don't have much of accuracy. They have been destroyed by the Israeli air defense system. But then there's a question mark onto the Israeli defense system also. Iron Dome is not for these missiles. Iron Dome is for smaller, weapons. Maybe the rockets coming out from the other side, maybe drones coming out. But David Sling, Patriot, Arrow 2, Arrow 3, and the third, these are the one which was supposed to have kept Iranian airspace absolutely tight against the enemy missile attack. But that has not happened. Enemy missile, Iranian missile has been able to get into it. They have digged the hole into it. So that is under question. How effective are these American systems against the Irani ballistic missile? So Israel, if it has to survive, it has to also demolish the ballistic missile sites, underground sites of Iran, and if it has to survive. But the war is not finishing here, to my assessment. It has got a long way to go. There are many ifs and buts into this war. And as General Asthana was telling you, that it is not the things that it is 1 day, 2 day, or 5 days, something there. There are groups which are going to take sides in case if it continues long. That we will discuss sometime later. But then right now there is no direct hand of help coming out to Iran, because the only help that Iran was expecting right now was maybe Lebanon. Lebanon is already decimated. Yemen has been decimated, military might, so they can't come. Iraq has got substantial number of Kitab Hezbollah radical group. So they may come into the assistance of Iran in case if direct foot soldiers come into action. But I don't expect any foot soldiers to land onto the Iranian space, onto ground, because it will be very difficult for any foreign agency to land the troops in the numbers that are required to fight the Iranian soldiers. Beneath.
All right, fair enough, sir.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.